It's time to make money your number one employee. This is the Extremely Opinionated Podcast, where regular people get to share their extreme opinions about finance, investing, business, startups, and more. With your host, Dr. Travis Davis. He's always searching for his next ace.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Dr. Travis Davis here, aka Dr. Hustle, and this is another episode of Extremely Opinionated. I wish I could remember the number to actually tell you guys, but if you've been tuning in, you guys been following along, you tell me what episode it is. But anyways, once again, I am here live from Thailand, and I appreciate you guys for listening in yet again to another episode. And man, this is a amazing excursion that I've been on. If you guys have been following along, I've been traveling the world, trying to show you guys that it's possible to use the internet to hustle no matter where you're at, right? And I really want you guys to, understand that the internet is opening up a land of opportunities for anybody and everybody across the world who's making a decision to change their life. And when I say make a decision, you literally have to make a decision, not a choice, okay? Because the internet is very competitive, but the beauty is it's 3.4 billion people who access the internet every day. So if you can learn how to literally talk to your tribe and find your tribe, you don't need 3.4 billion people. I mean, you don't even need 1 million people to set you financially free. But it's important, once again, to make a decision to learn this skill set so you can become free and travel the world and, do the things that you want to do. And like I said, the internet, it has no specific business or opportunity that you have to do. Like, you just have to be dedicated to hone in on your craft, and literally you too can do exactly this and travel the world and experience new opportunities, new lifestyles, and see how other people are hustling all around the world. If you didn't listen to my last episode, definitely go check that out. And I'm talking about this 9-year-old kid who I seen hustling at the top level of all hustlers. So go check that out. But on today's episode, I actually want to talk to you guys about your circle. When I was out here, I had great conversations with one of my friends, and we just really sat down and we just talked about our lives, right? And how people have grown differently. The people who you once was around and talking to, they've changed, and it's not anything personal. It's just, some people head in different directions, and you have to be okay with that. And it all started because I was scrolling through Facebook, and I can't remember the person, but I seen someone mention that people who commit suicide these days are being selfish. They're not really thinking about the lives that they're impacting by taking their own life. And I mean, I understood what this person was saying, but at the same time, you have to think about that person who did commit suicide. Like, I hate to admit it, but I really truly think that everyone that comes through their mind. I'm not saying that they want to do it, but I think that everyone at some point of their life, something's going wrong, and that, not that they're like, hey, I'm going to go take a gun and off myself, or I'm going to go jump off of a bridge or OD on medication, but the fact that they might say, hey, if I wasn't here, it might be easier on myself and others. Like that flows through their mind. I'll tell you guys, it flowed through my mind. 2 years ago, the last 2 years it's been a trying 2 years, and that's actually what I told my friend out here. And, that crossed my mind. I'm not saying that I was like, I'm about to go kill myself, but it did cross my mind that, hey, if I wasn't here, things could probably become easier. And I want you guys to think about, the people around you. We're in a society right now where, we just rely on social media to stay up to date with our friends. And I told my friend out here, like, that is the issue. That all we're doing is looking at someone else's lifestyle on social media, and 10 times out of 10, a lot of those people are lying on social media, right? Like, they're not really living the life that they portray that you see. And they're probably working on credit, you know. Their home is not right. Their family situation isn't where it's supposed to be, but you don't see that, right? You only see the luxury things that they want to put on there. And the issue is, in today's society, like, we're always trying to play catch up. Like, if I see somebody doing better, like, I want to do better than him immediately, but I don't want to do the process that it takes to get there. I want right now money, quick money, because on Instagram, like, I just seen them traveling the world. Like, I want to travel the world tomorrow just like he did, but we keep forgetting that it is a process. And once again, you don't know if that person is traveling the world on credit. They might literally come back home and be in a world of debt. They were happy when they were out here, but they might be the ones who need, that arm around them, or that hug to help them out when they get back, because they might have as well been trying to catch up and keep up with the Joneses from what they seen on Instagram. So when I seen this guy saying that, it just dawned on me, like, everyone should pick up the phone and call their friend. Don't text them. All right? Call your friends. Like, it only takes 1 minute to say hi. You can literally call your friend. How you doing, man? I just wanted to check in on you. Like, I do that with my friend Baba. We don't talk every day. I don't need to talk to him every day. But I mean, once every other month or so, he's in Tokyo. I'm in the United States. I know I'm not just going, well, I did just up and go to Tokyo this time. But for the most part, I'm not just going to randomly up and go to Tokyo when he calls. But, for me to check on him and just ask him, how's it going in Tokyo, that might be the day that he needed to vent. And I just needed to be there to let him vent, because that thought of suicide, or I might not want to be here, could have crossed his mind, and that conversation right there for a minute, 5 minutes, could have helped bring him back to reality, right? So, I hate to hear when I hear people, do the suicide route, because it's mental development, man. Like, people who do go down that route, like, they're really calling out for something. They're calling out for help, and they need professional help. And you could be the one to help them get there. So I do ask all of you guys, if you do have a circle of friends, call on them. Even your rich friends, like my friends, guys, like, send me a text, call me. Like, look, just because people have money does not mean that everything is going great. I told you, I was in the trenches 2 years ago. Like, I'm still in the trenches, honestly. I mean, I can manage everything. Like, I'm doing a hell of a job, all right? But, I really went through some things 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and my whole life has completely changed. Thank God, I was at the level, in the financial level, that I've set myself up to where, I was able to find that help. I didn't go to, like, any doctors or anything for any professional help on that level, but what I did do is I bought mentors, and mentors was that person that I could talk to that wasn't biased. Okay, they were where I wanted to be. They've done the things that I wanted to do, and I was able to have a conversation with them that they could understand. Me being in the trenches, the trials that I've gone through, like, they've been through that, and they were able to literally say, hey, Travis, man, I understand it. Like, I understand everything that you've been through, and I know how to help you get through that situation if you will allow me. And I was at a point, literally, like, I turned to the left, and the family that was once there turned their back on me, and said crazy things about me, and it really it hurt me at the time, because I haven't done anything to anybody, man. Like, I've been hustling since I was 15, 16 years old, literally creating my own finances. So to hear my family, talk about me in a way that they talked about me, and to say the things that they said, and I've never once asked them for anything, like, that hurt, right? And so then I couldn't look to my left to family, and then when I looked to my right, when it came to my friends, they understood me and they knew me from partying, like, so if I told them something about business that was going on, or my investments that was going on, or that I was trying to change my lifestyle from the party atmosphere, they couldn't understand it, nor did they want to hear it, right? So, to look at them and talk to them about something that they didn't know about, and I knew that I was going in the right direction, and I actually was trying to, bring them into the direction that I was heading in, but I didn't realize, like, they have to go through a process. They have to go through their own process and get to the level where they're like, I want change too. And I can't force change, okay? So when I looked to the right, I was trying to force change with my friends, and my friends weren't ready for change, okay? But I had to step back, and I found that, no matter if I looked to the left or if I looked to the right, I was by myself. So what did I have to do? I had to go get professional help, not mental development, but once again, I had to go get mentors who were in the same situation that I was. When they first got started, they looked to the left, they looked to the right. Their family talked about them, their friends talked about them. Everybody turned their back on them just like me. But they didn't allow that to stop them. And they got mentors. So, when I did that, it literally, helped me to see a different light, to not, really harp on the things that I don't have, and more so to be grateful for the situation that I'm in. And once I started to become grateful for everything that's happened to me, like, I'm extremely grateful, that my family put me in the situation that I'm in. Like, I'm grateful for that. Because if they didn't, I wouldn't be here today and able to talk to you and, have this peace of mind. And I'm extremely grateful, for the friends that helped me to grow, right? My friends helped me grow to where I'm at right now. Although we've changed paths, my friends helped me get to the path of change. Like, they helped me get to that point to say that I needed a change. So I'm always grateful for that. In the minute that you can start to literally take negatives, because trust me, negative things are going to happen to you. All right. But the faster that you can spin negatives into positive, and I know it sounds so cliche, okay, but this is something that you have to do. Anything that happens negative to you, like, of course, when it first happens, like, in your mind, you're like, holy shit, like, why did this happen to me? Like, what did I do wrong? Like, I'm mad about this situation. Yes, that is going to happen. That's like a natural behavior from humans. But you have to fight yourself and say that negative, whatever negative happened to you, figure out a positive. Figure out how to spin it and be grateful for whatever that situation is, whatever happened. I mean, if you lose your job, like, don't harp on losing your job. Be grateful that you had your job for X number. And you have to say this. Like, don't just literally say it in your head. Like, say it out loud. Go look in the mirror and say that I'm grateful that I had that job, because that job put you in a place of where you are. Say, I'm grateful the job was here and it's allowed me to, do X, Y, and Z, have a car, have a house, blah, blah, blah. But the man upstairs, like, You didn't lose that job for any reason. You lost that job because the man upstairs was trying to tell you like there's something else better for you out there. So if you're not being grateful, you won't understand that there's something else better for you out there. And most people, when situations like that occur, they can't focus anymore. And when you stop focusing on the greater path that he's put you in, like you can't get to the blessings that he has in front of you. So you literally have to spin all negatives into positives. And, that was a great conversation that we had, man. I learned some things just by talking, guys. Like, we sat down for 20 minutes while eating and just had a hell of a conversation. And, talked about our situations from college and where we're at today in our lifestyles and, our friends that we had and don't have anymore. And, but I'm grateful to still have Baba as one of my friends. And I'm grateful, that this excursion, whether he was going to be with me or not, like this excursion had to happen. But, I'm extra grateful to have him on this excursion because one, I don't speak damn Japanese. And, I would have died in Tokyo without him because nobody speaks English in Tokyo. So, I was grateful to have him there. And, he's been around the world and I didn't even know that he had traveled so much around the world, but he was able to show me, different places. And, we went to places that we both never been before and made other relationships there. And, one beauty about, my friend Baba and myself, like, we do understand, like, I have a skill set that I'm very good in. Like, I sell. This is what I do, man. Like, selling and online marketing is my thing. So I have this skill set and he has his own skill set. But what I don't try to tell him is how to do his job and he don't try to tell me how to do mine. But instead, if it's something that I think is around his wheelhouse of what he does, like, I don't mind telling people, like, go talk to Baba. Like, I have somebody who does know about that. He is an expert and I will share his contact info. Of course, I'm going to reach out to him first, but I'll share that contact with him instead of holding it in, right? And we have an issue, especially amongst my black community, that we don't like to share. Like, I could care less if I introduced someone to Baba and they went on and he did business with them and they made $300,000. Like, congratulations, brother. Like, that's what I wanted you to do. And I think it's pretty much the same and vice versa. Like, he will tell somebody about, online marketing, about what I do. Because once again, that is not his skill set. That's not what he does. So why hold the information back when he knows someone that does it? And he could care less if I go on and make $1 million with it. Of course, if I make $1 million, we go and make some trips. You know what I'm saying? But, the fact is that he would not care about helping me to excel. And I challenge every one of you guys out there. If you have a circle, okay, talk to your circle. Especially, like, the earlier you do this, like, because, most people be like, oh, I gotta wait till I get 30 or whatnot. No, there's no age to this. There's no age to making money. There's no age to building a legacy. You have to literally just want to make the choice for this stuff, right? So when you want to make that choice, when you want to make that decision, okay, have a talk with your circle, have a talk with your friends. And if they're okay with it, right? Like, if you know that you got 5 friends and this guy does that and that guy does that, like, start to build together. Like, create your own infrastructure where you guys can start sharing. All right. And I can literally bring him a customer and he can bring me a customer and vice versa. And watch how fast things will grow. All right. And literally, I want my community, my people, to start the conversation of money. Don't be scared to talk about money. That is the biggest thing that's holding us back. is we're so scared to talk about money. Like, I could ask somebody how much money that they make doing their job, and they're like, "Oh, why you want to know?" Like, what does it matter? I'm not gonna stop how much money that you make. Like, I don't write your check. What does it matter if you tell me how much money you make? It really doesn't. If you do a deal tomorrow, right, and you make $1 million, what does it matter if you tell somebody that you made $1 million? Like, they don't stop your flow. But if you would just have that conversation, say that you have a skill set and you're like, I only made $40,000. Well, somebody out there might be like, hey, bro, you only made 40,000. I know where you can go make 100 just by having a conversation about money. Or you might realize like, hey, if we do conversate about money and different opportunities, before you know it, once 5 minds come together, you could construct something that makes you $500,000, $1 million together. Okay? But if you never start talking, you can never come together, and you're going to make it so much harder on yourself. And I'm only telling you this through experience. I literally had a hard time getting to the financial level of where I wanted to be. I got there, but it was fucking tough, man. Like, it is tough to do things alone. You have to be mentally strong in this game to hit a financial goal of what you want by yourself. Is it possible? Absolutely. But can you expedite getting to where you want to be? Absolutely. But you got to have a conversation with others. And it doesn't have to be your family. It doesn't have to be your friends. You can do this with strangers, but you have to be willing to talk. You have to be willing to communicate with others, because I can't stress enough, people are smarter than you. Like, it's so many people out there smarter than me, and age has nothing to do, nor does your education level have anything to do with how much smarter you are than me. Experience literally is what makes people smarter than others. Like, has that person done it before? Has that person been there before? Has that person went through the trials and tribulations? Has the person walked through the valley of the shadow of death? If that person has if anybody tells me that they've walked through the valley, like, once again, the valley, if you know what a valley is, go look it up online. A valley is something that's surrounded by 2 mountains. All right. So when you step into the valley of the shadow of death, he's telling you that you're stepping into a valley and you're already literally at a disservice, because you got 2 mountains that's blocking your vision. You can't look left, you can't look right, because when you look left and right, you can't see nothing but rocks, right? So now that I step into this valley, the valley also has a stream of water running through it. And if you have 2 mountains that are literally in the valley, that means no sunlight's getting there, so that's cold water. Have you guys ever gotten in a cold pool? Like, the minute you step into a cold pool, you shiver and get your ass right out. The valley's the same thing. So if somebody walks into a valley, I know that they're walking into a cold stream of water, and they're shivering their ass off. And not only that, he says the valley of the shadow of death. That means that not even over top, there's no sun, period. It's all pitch black. You can't see, right? If there's a shadow over me, I can't see in front of me. Not only that, I got 2 mountains blocking. So now I got a shadow at the top, and I got 2 mountains blocking any light. Plus I got this cold water that's sitting in front of me. But he said walk through the valley, not run, but walk. Do you know how much longer it takes to walk a mile than it takes to run a mile? You usually walk a mile in 15 minutes. You can run a mile in about 7 or 8 minutes, depending on your activity level. Some people run a mile in 10, 12 minutes, and they walk it in 20, right? But if you're willing to walk through that valley, not run, because you got to get all of this in, right? Anyone who walks through that valley of the shadow of death, and I don't know if you guys have ever smelt death, right? Like, death stinks. Burning flesh stinks, all right? So not only are you in a cold stream with no light in these mountains, all right, and you can't see, but you have stench that's literally through this valley. So anybody out there who is willing to walk through the valley of the shadow of death is that person that I want to talk to. That's the person that I want to do business with. That is the person that I'm willing to take on opportunities with, because they understand that when you make it on the other side of that valley, right? Like, you got to enter it. But when you exit that valley, everything that you ever made a decision to get is sitting right in front of you. It's sitting right there on the other side of the valley where the light's at. There's no more mountains. And he also said that he's going to give you all the nutrition that you want. Everything that you need to survive is sitting on this other side of the valley, but you got to do it. And once again, I can't make you go through the valley. Your mother can't make you. Your father can't make you. Your friends, your family, the person on Instagram, nobody can make you step in this valley but yourself. You have to make a decision to do this. Not a choice, but a decision. Because see, choices is like, hey, you could go in the valley or you could not. A decision says I'm going through the valley no matter what. There's no choice to turn around. I made a decision to step into the valley, and I made a decision to see myself all the way through the valley, no matter what I got to do. I might have to risk some money, okay? I might have to lose some friendships. I might have to lose some family members. I might have to change my whole entire circle. But once again, you made the decision. So when you make the decision, you're not going to allow anything to stop you from where you want to be. But guys, if you guys are ready to make a decision, all right, and you want to learn how to hustle the internet, okay, just like myself, travel the world, like I am teaching you guys that literally if you make this decision, use the internet. The internet is opening up a floodgate of possibilities. But if that's you, I want you to go to hustlethenet.com/boss. Once again, that's HUSTLE thenet.com/boss. I want you to download my free 2019 guide on how to hustle the internet using the exact same tools and services that I've used. Some of them do cost money, okay, but a lot of them are free, and you can use these tools to change your lifestyle forever. So download that for free. Once again, that is hustlethenet.com/boss. Okay. And once you do that, you're going to get put into one of my Facebook groups, and I'm teaching you guys how to use those tools for free. So not only are you going to get the tools for free, but I'm going to teach you exactly how to use them all for free. You don't have to pay $1. All right. Also, if you want to become an extreme hustler, all right, and you literally want to learn an opportunity on the side that can change your life, it is ride sharing. I cannot stress this enough, guys. I make over $3,200 a week on average. I only drive 4 hours a day for 5 days a week. But it's a process that you have to learn, because Uber and Lyft or whatever rideshare service that you're using, because I went to other countries and what's that other rideshare service? Grab. Like there's another rideshare service called Grab in other countries. So, I mean, whatever ride sharing service that you're using, I want you to go to yourelitefleet.com and register to become a driver. And the reason you're doing this, okay, is because literally Uber and Lyft and Grab, they're paying you, okay? They are paying you money to talk to strangers. Like, I be in these Facebook groups and I hate when I see people talk about they don't want to talk to their passengers. What? Everything that you want in life is sitting in somebody else's pocket. Like, you want to travel the world? Well, damn it, you need money. And it's sitting in somebody's pocket. You want to literally set a legacy up for your family so they don't have to work the rest of their life? Well, guess what? It's sitting in someone else's pocket. Every Friday, people like to spend money. Every Friday. I don't know why, but I mean, we're trained to spend money on Fridays. Why wouldn't you learn how to talk to people? So instead of, you can have that opportunity that they're spending money with on Fridays. But once again, if you are interested in becoming a rideshare driver, go to yourelitefleet.com. That is yourelitefleet.com. Register to become an Uber or Lyft driver. And I'm going to give you tons of information for free once you become an Uber or Lyft driver. Now, guys, I do get kickback Okay, I get affiliate commission when you register through those links to become an Uber and Lyft driver. But guess what? I'm going to teach you guys how to do the exact same thing, how to build the exact type of website that you can start directing people to too, so you can get affiliate commissions. It's 3.4 billion people on the internet. If you can access some of them, just imagine if you get, 500 people to sign up to ride Uber and Lyft, okay, to drive for Uber and Lyft. They're paying $700 in commission for you to just get people to sign up. Come on. Why would you miss out on that opportunity? You don't even have to drive to do that. You just have to have a website. Elite Fleet is the name of my service. Ride sharing is available all across the world. Go to yourelitefleet.com and you can register as an Uber and Lyft driver, okay, on those links. Once again, Your Elite Fleet, that's my opportunity that I have going on. All right, but you will see Uber and Lyft up there where you can register to become a driver. But once again, when you do that, you're going to get put into a Facebook group as well. And I'm going to teach you how to build a website, that you can literally get people to sign up for Uber and Lyft under you. And how to sell other opportunities and become an affiliate marketer to all types of things. And the sky's the limit, guys, because if you can get a customer in your car, you don't have to have all the customers, all right? But if you have that one perfect passenger that's willing to spend $2,500, $5,000, you will be surprised at how many people have money. Like, people have money. You just got to know how to talk to them, all right? And I'm going to teach you guys that, all right? But you, once again, have to make that decision. Lastly, I know I have some other opportunity going on here. What else do I have out there for you guys? Hell, I can't remember. But if you guys want to listen to any more episodes of the Extremely Opinionated podcast, go visit extremelyopinionated.com. Listen to the other episodes. I'm traveling all around the world. I'm shooting these live. And if you are in the Washington, D.C. area and you want to get on Extremely Opinionated, the podcast, I want you to send an email to info@officialtravisdavis.com. In the subject line, put, I want to ride in a Tesla. And like you guys know, I usually do my podcast live from a Tesla, but I've been traveling. I'll be back very soon. Send that email. I will come pick you up in my Tesla, and you can give your extreme opinion to your tribe and my tribe on the process that you've gone through to become an entrepreneur. I just want to hear your extreme opinion, whether you're an entrepreneur or not. You might be thinking about becoming an entrepreneur. We want to hear those extreme opinions too. But I'll be talking with you guys soon. You guys have a good night. I've got to get back to Thailand and see how it's going out here. Talk to you later.
Thank you for listening to the Extremely Opinionated podcast. Keep learning from the show by visiting officialtravisdavis.com or by following Dr. Travis Davis on Instagram @officialtravisdavis. Now, go make your money work for you.